We're gonna watch the most craziest tattoos and plastic surgery.
At age 11, Ethan became enamored with tattoos.
Holy,
Even started to
11?
stretch his ears out with plugs, which was actually pretty trendy at the time. He
Wow.
was a good-looking kid, but he became more and more interested in modifying his body in the name of being different.
That's-
This experimentation slowly turned into an obsession,
Holy-
and by the age of 22, Ethan had about 40 body
Holy
modification surgeries, including getting
smokes.
his tongue snipped, his eyeballs tattooed, his
He
ears
said
cut,
his tongue
and
got
his belly
snipped?
button removed. He's basically covered from head to toe in tattoos.
His belly button got
He's considered to be
removed?
the most modified youth on the planet and has an Instagram following of over 175,000
Holy
fans who are simply
smokes.
captivated by his unique look. He claims his body modifications are no different than someone dyeing their hair or putting on makeup in the morning. It's just the way
I
he
don't
likes to
know.
look, and considers the pain and risk of body modifications to be well worth the end result.
moly.
He ran a huge risk of going blind when he got his eyeballs tattooed, but he took
got
the
his-
chances all in the name of looking cool. He's now raking in the dough
I
through
wonder how
Instagram
his
account
eyes
and has
look.
plans for more modifications
Like
in
what?
the future.
What can he see out his eyes? You know what I mean?
Most little boys wish they would grow up to look like their macho action figures, but Alves had a different dream. He wanted to look like a Ken doll, and we
Oh
mean
my
literally, all the
gosh.
way down to the shiny plastic-like skin. The now 35-year-old
Shiny
has spent
plastic?
over $883,000 on
Almost
plastic
$1 million?
surgery to make himself look more doll-like.
Oh my
And it all
gosh.
started in high school when he would get bullied for his appearance.
Oh,
At
see?
age 16, he started to grow breasts due to abnormal hormonal fluctuations.
Holy smokes.
He was teased endlessly about his moves as well as
Holy
his potato-like
smokes.
nose. He said he used to get pushed down the stairs by other kids because they thought he
Bullying.
was ugly, and even had
Guys,
his head held in urinals and toilets.
don't bully
Poor
people,
guy.
bro.
At age 17, he had his parents take him in for breast removal surgery, and from that moment on, he became obsessed with changing his body.
Holy
His
smokes.
plastic-like shiny skin is the result of countless skin grafting surgeries, and his new
Skin graft?
Ken-like nose took about 10 surgeries to get right.
10
On the sixth
surgeries.
surgery, Rodrigo got an infection which almost took his life. Doctors warned him that the infection could spread to his heart, killing him. He survived though, but his nose isn't exactly in working order. At this point, his nose doesn't even work. He has to breathe through his mouth, and he can't even take in a scent. Commenting to his
gosh.
housemates on Celebrity Big Brother that he doesn't mind sharing a
That's
bathroom because
so
he can't
crazy.
smell anyway. He also contracted an infection after a surgery in his arms to make them look more muscular. He ended up getting paralyzed in both arms and was rushed to the hospital. He was scared the doctors would have to chop his arm off, but he survived that scare too. After the surgery almost failing, he started seeing a psychiatrist who diagnosed him with body dysmorphia disorder.
Wow.
Cindy Jackson looks pretty normal at first glance. Not overly plastic looking. Natural, normal features.
Yeah.
But it actually took about 14 surgeries and 47 non-surgical procedures to look the way she does. Her surgeries include liposuction, 3 facelifts, 2 eye lifts, 2 nose jobs, and a chin reduction. She's also gone through several non-surgical treatments, including Botox, fillers, chemical peels, and semi-permanent makeup. When her father died at 21, she started to
Wow.
get minor surgeries with the inheritance money. She never liked the way she looked, and she took this as an opportunity to get her appearance fixed. This slowly turned into an obsession, where she was going in for modifications every
This
few
is-
months. She used to hold the Guinness World Record for most plastic surgery procedures.
Most
was only
plastic
recently
surgery?
outdone by the real-life Ken doll Rodrigo Alves. Since she handed over her crown to Alves, she's had more surgeries, including a neck lift and Botox injections, and now
Holy-
runs a
I'm so
plastic surgery
scared.
consulting service, where she advises celebrities on how to get natural-looking results. Now
I'm so
62,
scared of
she
needles.
actually looks younger than she did at 21. Crazy.
I'm so scared of needles. How about you guys? Comment below if you're scared of needles too.
Ever wonder what Jessica Rabbit would look like in real life? Just take a look at ex-electrician Pixie Fox's Instagram
What?
page. After breaking up with her boyfriend in her early 20s, Pixie resolved to become a cartoon character in the likes of Jessica Rabbit, Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, and Holly Wold from Cool World. She's done everything from breast augmentation
Holy
surgery to getting her ribs
smokes.
removed, all in an attempt to look as cartoonish as possible. She's also had 2 eyelid surgeries in order to make her eyes look pushed
Eyelid
out and bigger
surgery?
like a cartoon
Oh,
character.
wow.
She says that people will come up to her and comment how cartoon-like she looks, and she takes that as a compliment. She's also hoping to get a 14-inch waist like Disney princesses have, and underwent a risky rib removal surgery. Since having the rib removal surgery, her internal organs like her spleen and liver are no longer protected, making it one of the riskiest body modifications out there.
my
She's
God.
no longer able to eat bulky foods because it's too uncomfortable,
Oh my
so she
gosh.
blends
Oh
her
my
food,
gosh.
usually fruits, vegetables, and nuts, and drinks it. She almost always wears a corset, which acts as a protectant for her organs. It looks like Pixie is willing to take some chances as long as she gets to fulfill her dream of being the cartoonish female ideal.
This is, wow.
Hailing from the Lakota and Huron native tribes, Dennis is a huge believer in the power of spirit animals and has done everything possible to transform himself into his own spirit animal, the tiger. He started his transformation at age 23 when he got his first tiger stripe tattoo. From then on, he became stalking Cat and proceeded to undergo several surgeries that would turn him
Holy
into a cat.
crap.
Nose flattening, brow implants, and ear elongation. He also wears synthetic whiskers that he threads through holes in his lip. Since it's illegal to get body modifications in the United States that are deemed not normal by society's standards, he had to get his surgeries done by independent body artists and is therefore not able to be put under with an anesthetic. The pain is worth it to him though, and one day he hopes to be a perfect cross between a human and a cat.
This is, yo. Oh
Eric
my gosh.
Sprague is the spitting image of a lizard, and he wouldn't have it any other way. The self-professed lizard man has gone through 700 hours of tattoo sessions in order to get him
700
realistic-looking
hours.
reptile scales. He's also got a split tongue and implants in his eyebrows in order to make his face look more lizard-like. Since his transformation, he's toured the world in freak shows and does tricks like twisting a corkscrew into his head and suspending himself by his piercings. He's become accustomed to getting stared at when he walks down the street. It's sort of the reason why he did these crazy modifications in the first place. He sees himself as a real-life mythological creature, and people are simply entranced by that. He now
Comment
lives
below
with
if
his
you would
wife,
do
who he
something
met
like
on the
this.
road, and their 2 ferrets. No pet lizards? Mexico native Maria Cristina turned to body art after going through several years of harsh domestic abuse. When she escaped from the situation, she wanted to reinvent herself and decided to go all in.
That's
she decided to
100%.
take on a vampire look and had titanium hordes inserted into her scalp, as well as fangs through several dental surgeries. Her appearance is very intense, so much so that people used to cross their fingers in front of her and run to the other side of the street because they thought she was the spawn of the devil or something. After a while, though, she started to be recognized as a hero due to the amount of abuse she went through. When she's not traveling around being a disc jockey, she's giving talks to women who have also gone through domestic abuse. These days, she's actually respected in her community, and now instead of crossing the street, people bow down to her. This 24-year-old Swedish model has made it her lifelong resolution to have the biggest butt in the world, and as of right now, she's achieved it. In order to get her butt as big as possible, she underwent 3 butt lift surgeries, as well as gorging on pizza, pasta, and about 15 jars of Nutella every month. I love Nutella, but I think I'd get sick of it after eating 15 jars over the course of 1 month. She's managed to acquire over 80,000 followers on Instagram, who are simply enraptured by the sheer size and volume of her behind. She'll go through phases of gaining weight by overeating and then have liposuction to remove fat from other areas of her body, all in an attempt to maintain the biggest butt in the world. In addition to a butt lift, she's had multiple lip filler procedures, which would explain why her lips, like her butt, are disproportionately large compared to the rest of her body. Her parents haven't been very supportive of her body modifications and worry about her future, but Natasha is sticking by her decision. And besides, not many people can say they have a bigger butt than Kim Kardashian. Not many women would choose to be black due to racism. Her tanning addiction ended up turning into a complete change of race. She became obsessed with darkening her skin using melanoidin injections. He claims it only took 3 injections to go from fair skin to dark skinned. Her husband also went from white to black, and the two were getting ready for a baby. Martina and Michael were warned by doctors that the baby might be born black due to her melanoidin injections. Some are skeptical of this claim, but it kind of makes sense considering the injections go into the bloodstream. She's doing all this because she wants to be a black woman and feels she is black at a deep level. She even flew out to Kenya to get baptized as an official African-American woman. If she's hoping her baby will be born black, she said she won't discriminate and will accept them or who they are, black or white.
Yo.
Think of the ideal man and you'll probably think of a superhero. Herbert Chavez of the Philippines became obsessed with superheroes from a young age. Everything in his room was Superman themed, from his curtains to his bedspread to his trash bin. It wasn't long until he was consulting a Filipino plastic surgeon to transform him into the real Man of Steel. He went through a number of surgeries, including a nose job, silicone injections in his lips, liposuction to flatten his tummy, and implants in his butt and hips. He dresses as Superman at least once a week, where he'll go do meet and greets at parties or go to cosplay events. He continues to inject himself with a drug to lighten his skin and plans on getting six-pack ab muscle implants. He just wants to be like his hero, Superman.
As of recording, I have no tattoos, but I don't know if I could personally do that. I couldn't personally do that. But that was some crazy plastic surgery and some tattoos. Comment below what tattoo you have. And again, if you like this, go ahead and like it. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe and go watch one of these other videos over here. Anyways, mwah!